So in the last lecture, you saw how we could join data across multiple nodes. Now in this example, we're going to apply the same technique, but in a little bit more complex scenario. So as you see in this structure, each restaurant has one or more features. So instead of dealing with only one object, we're going to work with multiple objects. So I'm going to use the same technique I used in the last lecture, creating nested observables, but we're going to work with multiple observables here. So for each feature, I will create a separate observable. So here's the code from the last lecture, except that I remove the two calls to console.log. Now here, we're setting the cuisine type for each restaurant. We don't need this in this lecture because we're going to focus on features. So I'm going to delete this. We still have two maps. The first one is the map that we apply on our observable. So we get our restaurant array, and then we apply the map method of the array to modify each restaurant. Now our restaurant has a property called features, which is an array. I want to create a separate property for storing our observables. So restaurant dot feature types, set it to an empty array. Now I'm going to iterate over the existing features. So for var f in restaurant dot features, and then I'm going to create an observable. So restaurant dot feature types dot push. I'm going to put that observable here, and to create the observable, I'm going to call this .angularfire.database.object, and the location is /features/ and here I'm going to add f. That represents the ID for each feature. Just like that. Save. Back to our template. So here we display the name of each restaurant. Now I'm going to add a list item here. Apply ng4 and set it to let f of restaurants.feature types. Now this f is an observable. So we need to apply the async pipe, just like before. And then the Elvis operator, and finally $value. Save. Actually, I made a mistake here. Instead of restaurants, we need to work with R, which represents one restaurant. Save. And here's the result.